So, sorry, like I was saying, I didn't realize that was 10 minutes I was talking. So, like I was saying, I can't even blame the men. If you're taking a woman out on a date and the average cost of a meal per person, that's $500 because you're going to have to include the tip. And, unless you're going to, a place that's, you know, cheaper. And these places I'm going to is not like fancy like a Roof Chris. You know what I'm saying? It's just drinks is high, and you're like, this ain't even this ain't even nothing fancy. So that's something I can't do every week. I'm just not gonna do it. No, I rather do other stuff, but I'm just not gonna spend $200 plus every time. That's why I don't do a lot of brunches. I get together with my um, friends, celebrate birthdays and stuff like that. And every now and again, I go out, if it's a place that I want to try. But just to be doing it, it's not gonna happen. And then most of the time, the food is nasty. So there it is. But back to um, the Fourth of July thing. It's just like I said, it's just not what it used to be anymore. It's just even people having gatherings, food, because food is so expensive. It's hard to even do that. And so a lot of times, you just have people just stay at their house, and you know don't want to really do too much. And I'm cool with that, fine with that as well. Because like I said, I'm not with paying $500 or $600 on one day, especially on a day that we don't really celebrate it like we should. I mean, you can't really can you really compare June the 4th of July to June 19th? I know there's some people that do not know what Juneteenth is. Some of other folks, they don't know what they like. Well, what is Juneteenth? Hell, we don't even celebrate it. Pride. I live, like I said, right outside of DC. Pride weekend or month. I'm trying to figure out who put this money. Who's responsible for the money part of Pride in DC? Who like is that taxpayers' money? Like how does that work? Is it sponsorships? What? But then when Juneteenth came, nothing, nothing, no parade, nothing. We ain't got no flag with this, nothing. Not even the black organizations, put stuff together. That's another one growing up. I was growing up. Now Buffalo, New York. Let me tell you something about upstate New York. Upstate New York is not New York City. Buffalo, New York is one of the biggest cities. Okay, it really truly is. And even they, growing up, Juneteenth, we had a parade. Martin Luther King Park had a parade, and it would be like that. Parades, the schools, people like that growing up. Then, and you would get up early that Saturday morning because you don't want to miss it. Boom. And then as time went on, as I got older now, because now here comes different generation, different generation now. This the generation, maybe my generation, I'ma say, just got jacked up. Every year somebody was shooting, popping off, just until eventually they just canceled it. That's what happened to the Juneteenth in Buffalo, New York. But growing up when I was little, it was the bomb. That was another childhood memory. It was good. You know, then sometimes you would go over across the bridge to Canada where they would have the Caravana, just floats, just nice. Now, it seems like every time you put some a lot of us together, sometimes it's gonna be an issue. I don't know why. It's just like that. That's why I love the trail rides, because it seemed like I've been to one and it was phenomenal. Even though it was a lot of, it was a lot of the older, and it was just so much fun. I even learned a line dance, of course, where the fans at. Yes, I did. But then here we go, got the youngins, and we already know with the Jay and the other girl Janelle. Soon as the youngins get in, you just screw it up and you make it ugly. You make it ugly for no reason. It don't have to be a competition. And so now it's this. So on social media, whatever's trending, whatever, anytime there's some type of feud, that's what people gonna lock into. It's just, that's what it's entertainment. It's 3 reasons why people, for the most part, are on social media. You on here most of the time for entertainment. 2, you on here making money, which really should be, if you're a person that's on here every day, you better be making some money. So I'm not on here enough every day. That's probably why I'm not making any money. So I gotta get into the habit of doing that, because I'm not gonna be on social media every day making content, talking, whatever, showing, and I'm not making no money. That's just a waste of my time. But that's just me. Or 2, you just don't have nothing else to do. You're an introvert. So you use social media as a way to connect to people. Okay? And I guess that's okay too, because some people they're introverts. They don't want to be outside. They don't, this is what it is. But at the same time, you have to be able to tell yourself that most of social media is not reality. It's not reality. Okay? It's not reality. Maybe 5% of it is. Even if you on here for business reasons. Everybody gonna fudge, everybody gonna lie, everybody gonna cap to get your money. I wouldn't tell you how many times I have bought something based off of what a creator content, and it turns out that guess what, the product was trash. Okay? Because a lot of these content creators are on here to make money. So they're gonna sell it, they're gonna say all of what they gotta do, because guess what? They sponsors is paying them, so guess what? They don't care, that you bought it in this trash. And now with the tariffs, especially on TikTok, you can buy something, but then down at the bottom now is, okay, you want to return it, you got to pay for it. And guess what? The price is steep. So that's why you got to be very careful about what it is that you buy, that if it doesn't turn out to be what you wanted, or, misleading, that you don't care about losing the money. Because the money that you got to spend to send it back is going to be trash. I'm going to sit up here and light my cigar. Oliva makes these smaller one for the ladies, okay? Which I love. This is a flavor one. I think this is vanilla. Sorry to get off track, but am I talking 10 minutes? I mean, it's really go by fast. My goodness. I didn't even know I can talk 10 minutes. Okay, so I'll be back in a few.